Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Monday, if you were wondering what's happening, and we are serving you and giving you everything you need to help you focus and get your discipline on. Now, we are talking about time management right now, and in time management, it's inevitable that self-discipline is important. Without self-discipline, how can you expect to be motivated, enthusiastic, and most importantly, independent?
Well, we have brought our experts back. We have Dr. Steve Harris as well as Roxy Davis in studio with us. And what we have is there's an Instagrammer that's brought out a couple of videos. And this Instagrammer is Mary Studies 2. And she has put together a couple of tips and tricks to help kickstart that and also build a better you when it comes to time management. So we thought we would love to hear your opinions on this as we take a look at one of these videos and then we can discuss it further.
Well, it's not necessarily a video, but it is based on setting goals correctly, right? And this is something important. It's about when you know when to start setting your goals. When is it important to set them correctly? And you can use something called SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So SMART is a nice sort of is it an acronym? Is that what we call it? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
S-M-A-R-T.
A great acronym to kind of follow. What do you guys make of this? Is this something that we could use as a guideline? We've got to verify and make sure that this checks out with our experts as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're serving Mzansi here.
Yeah.
So Doc, what do you think about this one? Obviously, making sure that these goals are smart, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely.
I have a view.
Okay.
And the view is formed by the sport analogy.
Okay.
And I use rugby.
Okay.
80 minutes. You've got to play the game, to enjoy it, to win it, or whatever. We've sort of got 80 years to play our game. You know, and it's crucial in my world to say, well, how much of that time have I used? Am I in the last 5 minutes of the game? Am I halfway? How relevant is the goal that I've been setting to my life? Am I merely being like a hamster on a hamster wheel, spinning better, spinning faster, but seeing the same stuff all the time until I die, until the final whistle comes? So I think there's one step back before even SMART goals, is to say to yourself, in this game of life, whether or not I believe in an afterlife is irrelevant. This is the one, you won't remember the previous one anyway, so maybe you don't. Different subject. Controversial?
I love it.
Careful. But why would you have a fetish on time management when it's really life management? How are you managing your life? Oh, let's get through the kids and the school so that I can die.
Yeah. What's the point?
What's the point? Well, we are tackling these different tips. I love that. I love how we can, you know, view your life like a rugby game. I know a lot of people love watching rugby. Now, Roxy, when it comes to being wise with your time in terms of prioritizing, you are, in my mind, super mom, juggling so many different hats. How do you prioritize wisely so that you dedicate enough time to each of the things that requires your attention?
I think, juggling hats, being a mom with 3 kids and running business and doing multiple different things, the first thing actually goes back to that discussion of self-love and self-care. So how I manage my time is through putting that back into my life. So I'll go into the water and I will surf. And what that actually does for me in a recreational sense and not a competitive sense is the surfing brings silence. And through that silence, I get clarity of thought. And that is where everything comes right. And then through that clarity of thought, I get creativity and then productivity from that. So it's the way that self-love and self-care that I can give back to myself so I can be a better mom, a better businesswoman, better entrepreneur. And that's where it starts from.
Okay.
I like this. Now, another thing that really stands out is when we are pursuing these goals, discipline, something we're wanting to unlock and achieve, how hyper-focused do we need to be on this goal? How much of our lives does this thing need to take up? Let's say there's a pie and there's percentages. How much percent does this thing need to take up in my entire 80 minutes of life that you mentioned there, Doc? Is it important to maybe take a break every now and then? Should we every day wake up and steer towards this relentlessly? Or do you think that we should maybe incorporate balance along the way? What's your perspective on that?
I guess it's an and will. Some people that works. It doesn't work for me. I believe in loose, fast properties. Yes, I need a schedule. I'm going to go and give a talk in Johannesburg. I'm coming to Expresso at some ungodly hour in the morning.
Who did that to you?
Yeah, who? How did I allow that to happen? But I did.
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to lose the opportunities that are coming by me. I don't want to be so fixated in doing well, in winning, in making money, in being a good parent. And I miss the opportunity to go to Bali. Because, oh no, no, I don't have the money. Well, how about just taking out a bond, you know, and do it? Because tomorrow you might be stretched off the game.
I enjoy that analogy of the rugby
Yeah, that's power.
to your own life.
That's powerful.
And I know we're running out of time here, but I know with all these goals we set for ourselves in prioritizing time, I think something we all forget is to prioritize rest. And I think, you know, that's also something we need to keep in mind. Roxy, just to finish us off, do you manage in that moment of, yes, you prioritize your self-love by having a fun surf, but do you also prioritize your own rest?
I know I should.
Okay.
No, I don't.
We're all there. We're
I
all
appreciate
there.
the honesty.
Oh. Well, Roxy, Dr. Steve, thank you for joining us this morning. And for you at home, we just unpacked a couple of ways on how we can be smarter with our time and our intention, and most importantly, do a little bit of time management. And that's all part of this umbrella that today's show is all about self-development and self-discipline.